what a brat. And it's
Oh,
amazing.
what an awful little brat.
Brat. And you know what? Isn't it amazing what you do when the money starts drying up and you're not, the star anymore, and suddenly you want to, they're so, they're so rada and so sweetie darling, and it makes me want to throw up.
The culture is changing, folks. It really is. And I do think sometimes we have to celebrate the wins, right? And one of those wins has been very much earned by JK Rowling, because single-handedly, she put her reputation on the line. She lost everything. She lost her ability. Well, she wouldn't say she lost anything, but when I say that, I mean she lost her ability to be part of polite society, live a happy life where she could show up at the Oscars, hobnob with any major celebrity in the world who she wanted. But of course, her decision to stand up for women's rights against all of the Harry Potter cast members who viciously turned on her has eventually changed the culture. And we saw it this week with Keira Knightley. Because Keira Knightley in the past has been a very woke, pro-trans celebrity. But for financial reasons, she made the decision to sign up to voice one of the characters in the new audiobook of Harry Potter. And of course, that meant that when she was promoting her new Netflix movie, The Woman in Cabin 10, I'm quite looking forward to watching, actually, all of a sudden, there wasn't any of the self-important baloney when she was asked about JK Rowling. She didn't dismiss JK Rowling as an evil person and speak about trans rights. Instead, she laughed off the question because the culture has moved so significantly. Watch this.
Voicing Professor Umbridge in the new Harry Potter audiobooks. I was wondering, are you aware that some fans are calling for a boycott, given JK Rowling's ongoing campaign against trans people?
I was not aware of that, no. I'm very sorry. I think we're all living in a period of time right now where we're all going to have to figure out how to live together, aren't we? And we've all got very different opinions. So I hope that we can all find respect.
And if only that had been the answer of the liberal elite, the Hollywood elite, the woke elite, as they tried to cancel every single human being who didn't sign up to the fact that you could biologically change your sex, something which is, of course, impossible, when they were literally destroying the life of Father Ted creator Graham Linehan, when they were literally painting JK Rowling as some type of evil woman. But of course, Keira Knightley's U-turn follows that of Emma Watson. Watch. If you're enjoying what we're doing here on Outspoken, please consider joining our thriving community over on Substack, www.outspoken.live. You can sign up completely for free, but Substack is so important to me. It is a free speech platform. It protects me from big tech cancellation. Plus, you get to communicate directly with me. Head on over www.outspoken.live, enter your email address, and sign up today.
Ever cancel her out or cancel that out for anything. It has to remain true. It is true. And this is where this holding of these, I just don't know what else to do other than hold these two seemingly incompatible things together at the same time and just hope maybe they will one day resolve or co-join themselves, and maybe accept that they never will, but that they can both still be true. And I can love her. I can know she loved me. I can be grateful to her. I can know the things that she said are true. And that can be this whole other thing. And my job feels like to just hold all of it. But the bigger thing is just what she's done will never be taken away from me.
Okay, so that's still self-important con artists, right? But to my superstar panel, Lee Harris of Addicted to News and Orla Minnie-Hain. Orla, look, I do think sometimes, though, we have to take the wins, right? And there has been a huge cultural shift when it comes to the issue of biological sex.
Yeah, I mean, there has. If you look at where we were 2-3 years ago, absolutely. But I mean, I've said this before about Emma Watson, what a brat. And it's amazing.
Oh, what an awful little brat.
brat. And you know what? Isn't it amazing what you do when the money starts drying up and you're not, the star anymore? And suddenly you want to, they're so, they're so rada and so sweetie darling. And it makes me want to throw up. Do you know what? And now suddenly Emma isn't, the golden girl anymore. Keira Knightley's cracking on a little bit and she's nearly 40 probably. And now suddenly they have to, pander to JK because she's still very famous and got lots of money. Do you know what? They make me want to throw up. And the thing is, they're so disingenuous. That's what really, really gets on my wick. The way they treated, and we've said this before when I've been on this, Dan, the way they treated JK Rowling and the way that they literally never bite the hand that feeds you. She picked them from obscurity, made them child stars, did everything for them, and then suddenly they threw her under the bus when their egos got so big. Daniel Radcliffe's another one, can't bear him. I mean, the ginger one.
Oh, he was the worst, actually, Daniel Radcliffe.
Yeah.
Daniel Radcliffe was the worst. I mean, he was vile about JK Rowling.
Awful, and it just infuriates me so much. I think you were nobodies. She made you as somebody, and then you became famous, and then you threw her under the bus. Shame on them. And do you know what? I wouldn't believe a word that came out of their mouth. Next thing, do you know what? They'll join the Green Party. That'll be the next thing, and they'll put themselves forward as councillors for the Green Party.
But the thing is, what they're doing, Lee, is following a script, right? That's all they've ever done. So they don't actually truly look into these issues. They just know that to stay accepted in Hollywood, we have to pretend that biological sex isn't real. We have to pretend that a woman can chop off their boobs and claim that they're a man. We have to pretend that a man running around with a penis in a dress should be allowed in a women's prison. And they all did that for years. And it's totally changed my perception of JK Rowling. I mean, I didn't agree with JK Rowling on anything, right? Like, let's be honest, JK Rowling on most other issues is a lefty. But as Orla said earlier in the show, it's not really about left versus right on these issues anymore. It's just about truth. But first, the number one worst fruit for your waistline. Look, are you turning healthy fruits into highly unhealthy fruits without even realizing it? Fruit can be one of the healthiest things you can put into your body. But the majority of Americans are guilty of making this single mistake that can counteract all of the health benefits of fruit. Some fruits can help with occasional constipation, reduce bloating, and even help burn calories. Others can wreak havoc on your digestive system and energy levels. Now, I came across this viral presentation from world-renowned heart surgeon Dr. Stephen Gundry that showcases the 3 fruits to stop eating today. It was shocking. I had no idea. And after finding it out, I've stopped eating these 2. I'm going to put a link for you all to watch it because I want you all to gain this information. I think it's truly important, actually. You can go watch it right now at thehealthyfat.com/outspoken. That's thehealthyfat.com/outspoken. I've also linked it in the description box below this video too, or if you're watching on YouTube or Rumble, you can just click on the QR code on screen or hold up your phone, to the QR code, you know how it works. Oh, and by the way, eliminating these fruits could forever change the way we help increase energy levels, decrease brain fog, support digestion, and even lose weight. So make sure to click on the link below or go to thehealthyfat.com/outspoken to find out now. Dr. Gundry has lost 70 pounds himself using his research and has kept the weight off for over 20 years and counting. His digestive issues are gone. His health is fantastic. He feels younger today than he did in his 40s. His video has been watched by over 20 million people to date. You can watch and learn more about it at thehealthyfat.com/outspoken. Just click on the link in the description box below this video. But now, back to the show.
I couldn't agree more. I was going to say, I'm not defending any of them, by the way, but we do know, as you just pointed out, that industry is completely surrounded, unless you've got these acceptable views. I mean, Lawrence Fox is a great one to listen to about the industry, and he tells everyone what it's like. Unless you have these acceptable views, then you don't get anywhere, and you get. So I'm not saying that I'm not giving them any leeway to get out of it.
No, but your point is that they would potentially lose their careers.
Exactly.
So that's why they all follow this
Yeah,
line.
which is why I found what Keira Knightley said incredibly refreshing. It wasn't just the way, it wasn't just what she did, it was the way that she did it. It was like, it was that's what normal people do. That was a normal human reaction to that particular question. And when I watched it, I thought that laugh, that single laugh, kind of immediately and effortlessly destroyed the entire gender ideology argument just by that simple laugh. And because I think a lot of people will watch that, like I did, and just think we were returning to normality a little bit. We're far from we're far there from there yet. We've got a long way to go, but we do get, like you said, Dan, we got to take these wins when we get them.
Yeah.
Because it did just make me feel just a little bit normal.
Yeah.
And fair
we
play to her,
don't
because
want our celebrities to feel like they have to weigh in on politics or cultural war issues every single damn day, when we know they're not living in the real world at all, right? Because they live in gated communities with, it's like Richard Bacon saying that you're racist, right, if you put up the Union Jack flag. Mate, you live in a suburb of Los Angeles where there is a 0.2% non-white population. So actually...
Gary Neville.
Yeah.
Gary Neville,
Gary
another
Lineker,
one. Campaign socialist,
Totally.
And
so just spud up.
Yeah, exactly. Sitting in his mansion, kids go to private, they don't know what it's like to live in the real world. And the thing is that annoys me is people like him. Not a great footballer, but, he did wear the England flag. He wore the England kit and then has the audacity to slate people for being proud of their country and wearing an absolute,
Never sung the national anthem, though, did he? What a scumbag.
No.
Now he finds himself roaming around building sites, pulling down flags.
Yeah. Exactly. But only if it's a Union Jack or a St. George's flag, Lee.
Yeah, Union
the
Jack,
Romanian flag, the Bulgarian flag, the Nigerian flag, they can all be left up in Manchester, right? It's only our flag. What an absolute...
And not Man City.
But yeah, I think hopefully other celebrities will see that reaction from Keira Knightley and think, you know what, there's a way to do this. There's a way to do this. We don't have to weigh in on it all. And actually, you'll get so much more support. Taylor Swift's career has absolutely recovered in recent months. But I would argue her decision to endorse Kamala Harris, making absolutely no difference, right, to the vote, was disastrous for her. We just want to hear you sing. We don't want to hear your political views, which deep down you probably don't even believe, but you just knew that you couldn't back Donald Trump. Thank you so much for watching Dan Wootton Outspoken. Please click on my face just to the bottom left to subscribe to this brand new independent news source and turn on the notification bell so you'll be alerted to our brand new live shows, uncancelled interviews, and special royal episodes. Outspoken is also now available as a podcast, so you can listen to the show every weekday on the go, wherever you are.